Hey there guys, so today we're going to try out TryHackMe in 9. This is a new startup that has a few issues with their web server. So let's try out how can we get the root shell from pawning this machine. Okay, you go to here. I've performed a port scanning for this machine and we found one port open only, which is a port 80. So this one is running as an Apache server over here. It found one robot.txt this file, and then it found one disallowed entry, which is a few. So let's check out the root page first. Okay, so I need to copy this IP. Okay, the root page is shows that welcome to Field CMS version 1.4. So over here we know that the remote server running on port 80, this one is a Field CMS that running over there, which has a version 1.4 over here. Okay, we continue here. We found inside a robot.txt we found few, right? This directory. We try to access this directory. And then over here it shows that we need the credential in order to access it, right? Try like admin. Okay, voila. It seems like the person, when it configure Field CMS, right, it doesn't change the default credential. So we check out the user. There's only one user over here, so nothing much, right? Okay, so dashboard. So this is the dashboard. The pages, no pages, block, no block, navigation. We try to enumerate inside in the Field CMS to check and see is there anything else we can do here or not, or any information that we can gather over here. Subscriber, nothing over here. Activity log. Okay, successfully logged in from my IP, and this one is from the person IP. Okay, the setting, nothing over here. So it seems like nothing much we can do here. We try to log out. Okay, so now we try to search for public exploit for Field CMS version 1.4. Field CMS version 1.4 exploit. Oh, here it seems like we found an exploit DB page that has Field CMS version 1.4.1 that has the vulnerability of remote code execution. Okay, so now we try to check out the exploit script. Oh, here it seems like it's running a Python script over here. This is a URL for the Field CMS, and then over here, this is the part that it performs the exploitation. This is the part that has a RCE vulnerability. We try to check and see. Just now we access it by logging using admin, right? But right now I try not to use the admin login. So we try to check and see, without authentication, can we perform this exploitation? Okay, seems like without even authenticated, it seems like I can even access the field page, select this part that has a RCE vulnerabilities for the for the filter get parameters. So over here, I think this is a part that it performs the system command injection. We try to decode the URL. Okay, go back to here, paste this one, we decode it. Okay, seems like this is a part that performs system command execution. Okay, so now we try to get the script first. We just need to get the download it. Okay, so now rename it first to Field CMS.py. Then before we execute it, we need to edit the script. Over here we need to edit into our this Field CMS remote IP. Okay, we change it to this one, and then over here, this person, right, it open the proxy, this burp suite proxy, but in our case we doesn't use it, so we just comment this part and remove this part of code. Save it, and we go back to here, we execute it using Python. That's like ID. Okay, it returned the whole page. But over here, if you can notice that we perform the system command injection over there already. The user that running this one, the Field CMS, right, is a data user. So now we have to escape from this restricted shell to a fully interactive shell. So how can we do that? First we open up our listener first. Okay. And then now we try to use like bash reverse shell method. It seems like it doesn't work. I didn't spawn a shell over here. My reverse shell doesn't return. So now we go to the pen test monkey to find the reverse shell cheat sheet. Right now I want to use this one, the netcat that doesn't have the -e flag. We copy this one, go to here, open new file, paste it. Now I want to change the IP into my IP. And then my listener port. Now I'm going to paste it over here, execute it. And voila, we just got our initial shell. So now, okay, we try to spawn a TTY shell first. Okay. Now I'm going to upgrade my dumb shell into a fully interactive shell. So now first, I will check my terminal first. Terminal is this one, and then stdy. Okay, I want to get the rows and the columns. So now, okay, after we got all this right, stdy, and then this one is echo rows. No, rows. Okay, so now we put into foreground, and then reset it. Enter. Okay, because the remote server doesn't have xterm 256 color, right? So we use xterm over here, and then we export the terminal into xterm, and then export the shell into bin bash, and then stdy rows. Okay, the rows will be 36, column will be 173. And voila, we are just upgrade into a fully interactive shell. So now let's perform the enumeration. Okay. It's quite laggy, right? Okay. So now we try to find like, is there any pseudo-mysl for this user? No. Data. No, we don't have the data user password, so we can't do that. Try to check and see the home, and we found one user, but it seems like this is a data user that created it. We are data, right? So we access into it. Okay, enter. We found the flag for it. So now it seems like we have just captured our user flag. So now, okay, we try and check etc passwd. Is there any other users or not over there? Seems like nothing much over here. Everything has been forced. So the one that has a shell over here, it seems like only has the root user has a shell only. The other users over here doesn't have a shell when it logged in. Okay. This is our data user ID 33. Also no shell over here. Okay. Try and check and see etc passwd, can we edit it? No, we don't have the permission to edit. etc shadow, can we access it? No, we don't have the privilege to access it too. Okay, so now in our case we try to find for SUID bit that we can exploit, but in our case we can't do it because when we execute it, right, it will take quite amount of time to run. So let's keep the part. Even to find for get capabilities, right, it also will take quite amount of time to run. So let's just skip this part because this is not the intentional part, right? Okay, in this machine we need to do more enumeration to gather our information about this victim. So now we go back to our var.html. So this is the part that store the few CMS or the web content, right? So we need to enumerate over here to find for credentials. Normally when the user wants to set up the few CMS, the database credentials, right, it will store within these folders, right? Okay, try to use MySQL root p without any password. It shows access denied. So it seems like we need the credential to access into the database, right? Okay, so we go. Let's try that sudo root, because just now we know that the user over here, right, for few CMS is admin, right, the credential. We try to use admin as a password, but it shows that authentication failure. So this is not the password, so password too. So this is not the intentional part. We try to enumerate over here. We go inside the which directory we're gonna go inside. We go into the field first. Okay, we go into the field, we go to the application. Okay, so here we go to the config directory. Okay, inside the config directory, let's try to check out my field.php. Okay, this is all the setting over there, but this is not the credential, right? It doesn't show any credential. So we should check another file, my config.php. Nope, php. Okay, nope, it doesn't show any database credential to over here. And you guys notice that there's a database.php over here. So we try to check out the database.php. And voila, we just found our database credential. So the hostname is localhost, username root, the password is me, and the database is field schema db driver mysqli. So this one is a mysql credential. We try to access it using mysql. Okay, the password is me, and voila, we just access into it. But over here, if you show the database, right, it will show like field schema. Those just now we know that inside the field schema, over here there's a user right over there. But in that case, there's only one user, admin user. So nothing much we can get. Even if we know the credential is password, you try to access into root using the admin password, but that's not the correct path, right? So in this case, as we know that normally when a user want to create a server or what, where it doesn't want to confuse itself, it use the credential repeatedly. So probably this me user is set for root password too. So the root credential will be me. So let's try to check and see, is this the correct path or not? So sudo root, we type the password me, and then okay, something is running over there. Voila, we just got our root shell. So it seems like this person that set up the server, right, it doesn't want to confuse itself. It used the same password as it set up the MySQL database over here. So this is how we privilege escalate by gathering information by enumeration. So in this machine, enumeration is the key. So now we go into the root directory and we capture the root flag. So this is the root flag, and voila, that's how we can ignite this machine. So that's all for my video. Thanks guys, bye bye.